Hey, Popcorns, what's going on? It's Yaw Agyapong here with another fresh take, fresh perspective on a brand new movie, Twisters. Let's talk about it, man. It just hit the theaters and it's starring Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar Jones. And if you love the original Twister, you'll definitely want to check this one out. Um, let's start off and just tell you off the bat that it's not like the original in terms of like a sequence. It's not a follow up, it's not a part two from the original one years ago. It's not. But if you're a fan of the first one, you're definitely gonna like this one. If you like, those end of the world kind of movies and those movies that, the ground is breaking, earthquakes and all that type of stuff, then you're gonna like this kind of movie. And if you're not a fan of those kind of movies, then this is not for you. And I'll break down why it is, if that is your kind of movie, and why it isn't, if it's not your kind of movie. All right. So the plot basically centers around Glenn Powell's character, right? A storm chaser who documents tornadoes, man, for a living on his YouTube channel. How coincidental is that? Because I'm a YouTuber, right? Isn't that cool? I'm a YouTuber. He's doing YouTube, which is dope. I like how they implemented the new world, the new age. People do YouTube. People make a living off of YouTube, and that's what I'm doing, right? So that's pretty cool. But I do movie reviews. I'm not chasing deadly tornadoes or storms. I'll never do that crazy stuff. Although you do have people that do that kind of stuff, blowing up houses, stuff for views, and doing just crazy stuff, Steve-O kind of stuff. But anyway, Powell's character is dedicated to serious work and brings a lot of tension and realism to the story, I think. He's not just chasing storms for the thrill, but it's a deep passion that's driving him. And you have a lot of people like that, that, like I said, chase tornadoes and do crazy stuff for either thrill, climb mountains. How many of you people know people that do that type of stuff? Climb mountains and go to Mount Everest and just nutcase stuff, man. But I'm not doing any of that. Thank God I'm on this end in my house doing review on nutcases like Glenn Powell's character. Anyway, Daisy Edgar Jones is a fantastic co-star of his, right? They have great chemistry on screen, and the interactions add depth to the movie, I think. The film takes the natural disaster genre seriously. That's what I like about it. It takes the natural disaster genre seriously, whereas some films there's a kind of a comedic element to it, and you don't take it seriously, man. Like Final Destination, for example, and this has elements of Final Destination in it, but Final Destination, for example, you can see in certain Final Destinations or even Scream, like a horror film like that, you'll see there's a lot of comedic elements to it. And I think that ruins it, in my opinion, because then the viewers don't take it seriously. So if you want people to take your movie seriously, you have to add a serious element to it. And that's just my opinion. You have to add a serious element to it. So with Daisy Edgar Jones and Glenn Powell together, it adds a certain depth to the film, and there's a seriousness that they bring in their acting, and I like that. Focusing like the film focuses on real dangers and consequences of tornadoes. So now you really like, wow, these things, this is serious versus like other films, like, oh, okay, it's a storm, and then the unrealistic things happen where the cow gets electrocuted. It's like, come on, dude, like, you know what I mean? So you don't take it seriously. Whereas this really focuses on the consequences of tornadoes, and it doesn't shy away from showing the devastation and human cost. Dudes is dying, in other words. You get what I'm saying? Excuse my language. I don't want no copyright for YouTube to strike that because the word D word, but people are getting deleted, passing away. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't shy away from that, man, and that's pretty intense because that's a realistic thing. That's what happens, man. So there are some lighter moments, though. You can't have a movie that's 100% serious. You gotta have some comedy, man. So there's a little laughing here and there. I'll tell you that. There's a little laughing here and there, some jokes and stuff. It doesn't overshadow the seriousness, though. That's what I like about it. Now, the special effects are top notch. I will admit that. The special effects are top notch. The tornado scenes are incredibly realistic, and the sound design really puts you in the middle of the action. Literally, the whole theater was in it, man. We were involved. You know what I'm saying? We were involved in this movie, man. Literally. Kind of like that. I got that feeling that I got when I watched what do you call that thing? Like just any big action film where something crazy happens in the theater, jumps like, oh, like that's how people were acting in it. I love the movie theaters, man. So I'm happy that's back, and a movie like this definitely deserved to be in there. I don't think it would have had the same hit. Leave your comments below if you saw Twister, or if you just think I'm right or disagree. But I don't think it would have had the same hit if it would have went to streaming services. Because go big or go home when it comes to them TV screens, man. A little TV screen is not going to have the same effect as a 100 and something inch or 200-inch screen, IMAX and all that stuff. So they did a good job putting in theaters, man. I will say the suspense left you on the edgiest seat, man. And like I said, it's very similar to Final Destination in that sense. how chaotic things were. But overall, I'm gonna give Twister Man a popcorn rating. And the popcorn rating I'm gonna give it is a 3.5 out of 5. Like I said, the reason I only got a 3.5 out of 5 for me is because I'm not a fan of those natural disaster films. I'm not. But I said, let me check this out, see if it's similar to the first one, which there were some similarities, but it wasn't a follow up. Um, but I'm not a fan of the natural disaster kind of films. I'm just not. Like, I don't know. I'd rather put a name on somebody, like a thriller or horror, somebody chasing somebody. I like those kind of movies, those thrillers, psychological. Tornadoes don't happen often, and it's just rare. So I'm just not a fan of the earthquakes and the end of the world movies and stuff like that. But if you're a fan of that, this will definitely get like a 4.5 out of 5 for me. But if you're not, it's gonna be a 3.5 out of 5. But if so, this is the kind of movie you watch if you really don't have anything to do, you just want to hit the theaters, you want something thrilling, just a fresh take. You know what I mean? Some fresh movie. Like, I just want to see something different than what's out there. Then this your kind of movie. But again, that's only if you're a fan of those tornado movies and stuff like that. And if you're not, you're just in the middle, then it's for you. But if you're not a fan, then I wouldn't suggest this movie. But overall, 3.5 out of 5, just overall as a movie. It's a solid movie that balances intense action and heartfelt moments, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. And even if you're not a huge fan of natural disasters, like I said, like me, you'll find something to appreciate here, man. So grab some popcorn, check it out, and let me know what you think, man. And go get a refill of that popcorn, man. Shout out to Glenn Powell. Shout out to Daisy Edgar Jones and everybody else in the film. That's Popcorn Head. We're gonna keep it short and simple. Twisters movie out now. Go check it out. And I love this thumbnail I made. Tell me what y'all think of that. I think it's fire, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. And let me know down below what you want me to review or talk about. We got The Boys coming up. We got what's the other? I'm gonna do House of Dragon coming up. Make sure you look out for that review and a couple other things. And the viewer challenge for this is the viewer challenge. Those that don't know, viewer challenge is every episode I ask a question, and I want you guys to comment below, and the best answer gets featured on the next episode. And the viewer challenge for today is, what other natural disaster film would you like to see? Right? We got earthquakes. Would you like to see something with, I think they did pretty much everything. But if there isn't, let me know what kind of natural disaster film you would like to see, or how they can change natural disaster films to make a comeback. But this does seem like a comeback with Twisters, but how many other natural disaster films can you make? I think you could do one in the desert, maybe a sandstorm. There's a couple. I don't want to give any answers away, but let me know in the comments below what you think, man. And that's the review of Twisters from Popcorn Heads, your host, Yaw Agyapong. I'll catch you on the next episode. Make sure you subscribe, because I'm dropping videos almost every other day. I want to let you guys know about these movies out here, man. And yeah, follow me if you like the content. I appreciate you. Love you guys, man. Popcorn Heads for life. Catch you later. Peace.